name is Cameron Gordon.
My name is Elijah, but everybody calls me Eli.
My name is Brennan Joshua Nelson.
My name is Alfred Benjamin Sertaletti.
Hunter Troy.
My name is Marcus.
My name is Darius Johnson.
My name is Mark Graham.
My name is Richard Osei.
My name is Krishan Chapman Robinson.
I hope to either become a teacher for young kids or a school counselor.
When I grow up, I hope to study marine biology.
Well, I hope to become an electrical engineer at Tesla and then hopefully move my way up in the ranks to becoming the CEO of Tesla.
I hope to become a mechanical engineer.
I want to be a firefighter.
A journalist to work at ESPN.
I want to become a robotics engineer.
I hope to become a pediatrician or something to do with technology.
Predominantly African American.
I'm mixed, I'm white and Mexican.
I am African American.
My ethnicity / race is African American.
I am white and half white, half Latino.
I'm white, 25% Mexican. A lot of people don't know that.
I am half black, half white.
I am white / Hispanic or Latino.
I guess you could consider me black, African American.
My ethnicity is black because I can't. I don't choose African American because African means that you're African and you're from America.
Sometimes I know it's a lot harder for my race to actually prosper in this world. So yeah.
I feel like anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. And if you really want something, you're not going to let something like your skin color or race get in the way of it.
Yes, such as jobs specifically. Like if you take a look at my name, most people won't hire me because of my race or my name because they automatically consider me as black. Other than if you take a look at somebody else's name, then they'll pick them because of their name because their name sounds white. So yeah, it's just racial profiling that goes on in the world.
It all depends on what I'm planning on doing.
Not necessarily, because I think or I believe that race is just what people use to classify one another. I think it's more on morality. What do you think is right and what do you think is wrong, and how far are you willing to go to get what you want to achieve, to get where you want to be in life?
Yes, because anywhere I go, like such into stores, I get followed or if I get stared at.
I think it's not necessarily my race, but more like my complexion or how I look, because the way that they look at me is I have a light skin tone with somewhat of a dark tint to it, and people automatically assume I am 100% white, and I'm like a stereotype where I make racist jokes, I call people racist names, and they think that I automatically go to those, and I'm privileged and stuck up.
Yeah, I think my race has an effect on the way people see me because it's just like I feel like if it was two different scenarios and I was to go in a corner store, they would be watching me more. And if I was white and more ideal, then they wouldn't really matter to me and they wouldn't even really pay attention to me.
I feel like being half white and I look very white, people would say, mostly black people would think that I'm very racial, although I'm not. One little joke can slip out as very racist to someone. So yeah, I think it can affect people in some ways.
Yeah, I think my race has an impression the first time people meet me because I'm like really like loud and kind of like ratchet, and people see me like, what the heck, like what's this white kid being all ratchet for? But then when they get to know me, they're like, oh, he's not full white, or that's how he acts and that's how he is.
In a recent conversation I had with my dad, he's just worried that cops are going to arrest me or shoot me because of the way I look or the color of my skin. So, I mean, that's just part of life, and I guess.
Absolutely, yes. Like, you wouldn't believe how many times, like, this was really used in the civil rights movement and everything. When white people were considered helping out African Americans, they were called N lovers. And not the friendly ones, the friendly N-word that we say now, but the racist one. And we were called that because we were actually trying to make it equal for one another. And then also, we are also called crackers because we are white and we have like a whitish skin complexion almost to identical of a cracker itself. And so we were called that for so long. And it's just like, it's nothing that we should be proud of or anything that we should say that really affects us the most.
Either because I'm white that I'm a racist, or because I'm a white female that I'm a white girl and like Starbucks and Uggs and things like that. Totally not true.
I think white privilege really does exist in this world because I think people believe that everyone in the top 1% is automatically has to be white, has to be rich, white, saxophone, Hispanic, and no Hispanic. You have to be automatically white and you will get every single job you will get in life.
I feel like it's mean. It's like it's biased because like white people they get chosen to do different things than like any other race. They get to, like, if they went into a store and I went into a store at the same time as them, they wouldn't get followed as such as I would.
I think white privilege is something that's not like, I don't even think it should be a term because I feel like the color of your skin or your race shouldn't be something that opens or closes doors for you.
I mean, everybody says the N-word, and it's just like, it's like, okay, like, they do it, but it's just, I feel like nobody should be allowed to say the N-word, but the society that we live in today, it's like, oh, like, everybody says the N-word, and it's like art. There's really nothing you could really do about it.
Yeah, exactly what he said, like, is exactly what it should be, but how kids are raised nowadays, they hear it growing up or they hear it around other people, so they just think either it sounds cool or it makes sense to say, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, people should stop saying it because and then they wonder why that people think they're racist.
In my opinion, I say it a couple of times with my friends, you know, I chill with them and everything and they know me, I mean, but when I started talking to African Americans and everything, the first time I actually said it, I got in very deep trouble with them because they said, you're white, you're not allowed to say that, or you are that complexion and that's only for dark-skinned people. But after like a couple of months and everything, they said, well, you have to get permission from a former African American in order to say it, and that's when I started to be allowed to say it.
I guess, honestly, that word has evolved over the years that it's not the same as it used to mean in the past years. And I feel like black people can say the N-word, but it's just when white people say it, I guess there has to be a certain type of person to say it. Like, most people only allow whites who are in gangs or specific like close friends to say it. It's like if a random white person walked up to a group of people and said the N-word, that would seem very disrespectful. But if you're with your friends and you say the N-word, then there's a difference because they know you're joking around. It just doesn't mean the same as it used to anymore. Now, if you were to say the other version of the N-word, which was used back in the slavery days, then that would be disrespectful, and not even the blacks say it themselves. So.
I wouldn't want to change my race. I like the race that I have now. It's pretty cool.
So you like being of color?
Yes.
If I could change my race, I would probably want to be Puerto Rican, because I don't know, it's just like, I always like felt like their language, I even know it's like Spanish, I always thought Spanish was always interesting to me, and I always wanted to learn it, and I just felt like Puerto Rican would like really, I don't know, suit me in a way.
Yeah, same. I'd like to be Puerto Rican too. I mean, I like their culture.
If I could change my race, I don't know, I'd probably just make myself like full Mexican if I were to change it, but I don't think I would because I like how I am right now.
Honestly, I would not change my race. I like me the way I am because, you know, if anyone could change their race, like everyone would probably, you know, because it's the way society's made us think, everyone would probably choose white or like probably choose black, and then you're not unique in your own way, and I don't find that very interesting.
I think that no race is superior than one another because we are all born with one heart. We are all born with the same parts on the inside, some of which do function, some others don't. I mean, it's all about who you are and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to make for everybody else and the people around you. That makes you who you are.
Yes, I do.
What do you think of Malcolm X?
I think he fought well, but for somewhat the wrong cause.
Yes, I do know who Malcolm X is.
What do you think of Malcolm X?
Well, I think most people, when they think of Malcolm X, they think of his first beliefs, which was he was a black nationalist, so they think of him as somebody who wanted black people to segregate from the American society or from the white community. But what they don't know is that Malcolm X, before he died, he changed his beliefs and he realized that he was wrong, and that black people and white people should learn to coexist. So I believe what Malcolm X believed before he died, not in his past.